Strong Toyota, leading the way every day. And strong Toyota, symbols of trust.
Attorneys for the Calvo administration are urging District Court Chief Judge Francis Tydinko Gatewood to unseal the cost estimates for the closure of the ORDOT dump. Judge Gatewood had already denied a motion last week filed by the government to halt the procurement of the ORDOT dump closure, while a decision on the motion to unseal is pending. Federal receivers Gershman, Brickner, and Bratton have asserted that releasing this information would harm the bidding process because potential bidders would have access to cost estimates. But attorney Roland Mantanotnya, counsel for Gov Guam, contends that the request to seal the documents was not properly presented. He cites a federal rule that requires requests to seal to be filed by written motion, which was not done by GBB in this case. During a status hearing on May 21st, GBB Principal Associate David Manning made an oral request to seal the documents, followed by a letter the next day to Judge Gatewood with the same request. He said, quote, if these estimates are disclosed to the public prior to the bidding and contracting of these projects, it could harm the competitive bid process since potential contractors would have access to this information. This is where attorney Mantanotnya says GBB went wrong. Without a motion, Mantanotnya says it doesn't give him a chance to reply. He adds that if public interest was of major concern for GBB and the court, the estimates could at least be provided to the government but remain sealed from the public at large. He said, quote, the receiver is providing information to the court in the updated estimates that may affect the resolution of this dispute. It is absolutely essential that such information be disclosed to the parties in the case. Otherwise, the court will be making substantive decisions affecting the parties based on secret evidence that Gov Guam will not have had an opportunity to see, much less rebut. He goes on to say, to proceed to make substantive decisions based on secret evidence would prejudice the government of Guam, undermine the integrity of the proceedings, and violate Gov Guam's due process rights. Meanwhile, attorneys for the former Luzon landowners have also filed a response to GBB's report, challenging some key facts in consent decree projects. The former landowners claim that GBB has failed in its fiduciary responsibility to remain neutral and questions its numerous expenditures. They are also demanding an explanation for the denial of the $28 million compensation they believe they're entitled to, saying that based on GBB's June 20th report, there should be more than $73 million in capital funds remaining under the receiver's accounts. The estimated compensation for the landowners is about $28 million.